Good morning and welcome to the second annual Fabricated or Induced Illness Awareness Week, otherwise known as FII. If you know a parent who is being blamed for their child's presentation, or maybe accused of making it up, or perhaps exaggerating their child's difficulties, then tag them now, because this is going to be really, really useful for them. I'm Chrissa, I'm the founder of Sunshine Support, and we're proud as an organisation to be really heavily involved in raising awareness of FII. Fabricated or induced illness it's not a diagnosis. It's a term used by professionals to describe parents who report their children's illness or difficulties in a way that differs to what the professionals have observed. Now, there's parents like me and thousands of others across the country who desperately seek help from agencies, teachers, social workers, and are often met with these accusations. Many think that these accusations actually come from social workers, but actually we found through our own research that 37% of false accusations actually stem from teachers. And this often leads to parental blame and the fractured relationships between home and school. So this week, we have invited thousands of schools all over the country to join our free and low-cost training to make sure they're aware of FII, they improve their understanding of those presentations, and actually so that they offer more support and less punitive treatment and accusations. So what can a parental journey look like when you're accused of FII? So often it starts, as I've mentioned, with parents asking for help from school. You know, they say their child is struggling. Research shows us that if a child masks, then quite often that leads to parents and teachers being on a completely different page when it comes to understanding a child's presentation. Now, if the teacher doesn't recognize the presentation that the parent is describing, they can sometimes be quite dismissive. And often we've all heard that phrase, they're fine in school. I think you might be catastrophizing. I think you might be, what are you doing at home to make it worse for your child? You know, is this you? Then all of a sudden, that relationship becomes really, really fractured. And it really does actually have a huge effect on the family because parents understand their presentation to look very different to what is being presented in school. And I think the more dislocated a relationship becomes between the parents and school, the higher the chances of the professionals attributing blame to the parents. So we see this parental blame as being a theme. It can lead to schools involving social services. And we've heard so many stories of this, and it's becoming really, really worrying because sometimes these cases go further than that and they end up going towards child protection hearings and even forced adoptions. And that is fact, unfortunately. Now, we know that from the research, autistic women, so autistic mothers and autistic daughters are at a higher risk of being disbelieved. And we're going to go through that in quite a lot of detail this week. And if you can't comprehend that, and you just can't believe that there would be no smoke without fire, then consider yourself absolutely blessed, because I admire how advantaged you are having not experienced this. So, you know, please don't disregard it. So this week, as well as listening to my journey, along with a lot of other experiences to really open the eyes of those who need to understand it more. But we've got FII experts from all over the UK. They're coming to join us. We're going to be doing a series of different things. We've got lots lined up for you. And so I'm really, really keen to share the plan this week so that you can understand exactly what's going on. So what I love is working with these two amazing women who really do lead the way when it comes to research and undertaking. In fact, they both published a practice guidance for those who need to work with children and families who look like they're presenting with perplexing presentations, or FII. And this is Kathy Long and Dr. Fiona Gullen-Scott. Now, on Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to be listening and watching these amazing women, as well as having a parental experience being shared as well as part of this webinar. Now, if you'd like to come along to this, they are leading the way in terms of research. So if you just attend one, this is the one. We're going to be looking at what happens for parents who are accused of FII. And we're also going to be, looking at professionals and what they can do to better understand things so that things don't go down that investigative route, and actually that we offer more support from the systems, because actually it's easier to offer support than actually accuse parents. So Tuesday, tomorrow, 10 o'clock, this is what's happening. You can book the tickets on Eventbrite. You can absolutely go to the Sunshine Support website, or we do share the FII Awareness website as well. You can go to either and book a ticket. Now, on Wednesday, we have a series of short webinars happening all day on our Facebook page, so they're free to watch. We're going to be looking at the common presentations. So EDS, for instance, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. We're also going to be looking at PANS PANDAS. These are real key presentations that seem to lead to FII allegations. So these amazing organizations and amazing people are going to come along, and they're going to be talking at length about the crossover between the two. We also have 2 more webinars that we're going to be releasing information about later on this week. And they will take place free on Facebook on Wednesday afternoon. Every single webinar that we do, whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on Zoom, is being recorded. So don't worry if you can't make it live. Just make sure that you RSVP or sign up for it, and then you'll get a notification of the recording. We also have the amazing and incredibly passionate Janet Willicott joining us. She's going to be talking about the role of health when it comes to FII allegations, because we do see it coming from the health sector. But Janet really does dig deep into the core root of where it all starts and how we can cut it before it actually gets nasty. We can actually, there are lots of opportunities for intervention, lots of opportunities for support, but also Janet's going to be looking at public law and the whole injustice of the entire thing. But Janet has got some really very sad stories to tell. And so I think for professionals, this is absolutely key, because what we need to understand is that one dismissal of a parental experience, and all of a sudden, that slope is very, very slippery. And so Janet is going to be talking to us at length about that and the impact. And then we've got the wonderful, absolutely wonderful Professor Luke Clements, who's going to be doing a webinar on the legalities of FII. Now, Luke speaks all over the country on this topic. He's very, very highly regarded, very well known, very well respected. So if you're particularly interested in legal rights and the legal remedies that are involved with FII, then I highly recommend this webinar. And then to finish the week, to sort of close it off and really give you some lovely love and attention and validation, we're going to be talking about the trauma that is caused to children, parents, and, understanding how trauma works. This will be applicable to an awful lot of your SEND journey. Now, for those who watch us quite a lot, I do talk about trauma quite a lot. So I'm going to be accompanying the amazing Suzanne Scott from Trauma Informed Parenting. And we're going to be doing this webinar, and I'm going to be so thrilled to be in another trauma-based webinar, learning more and being able to support parents as they watch. So a fantastic lineup for the week. We will also have, like I say, brilliant, very exclusive footage, and actually a film that's available that we've been working really, really hard on over the last 6 months. That will be available on the Sunshine Academy. If you'd like the link, it's all connected to this video, so be sure to click on it and sign up. We will also be sharing lots of graphics, lots of information, research that we've done, but also research done by other practitioners and clinicians. So do keep an eye on our Facebook page. There will be lots of information for you, lots of validation. And remember, we're here. If you need to talk, we have an advice line that's free of charge. Just request a call. You can do that on our website. So I really hope you find this week beneficial. Please do share this video so we get this message received far and wide. And if you need us, get in touch. Enjoy. See you soon.